Hey guys, welcome back. Derek here. We are reacting to the season 4 finale of The Expanse. This episode is called Cibola Burn. Before we get into it, please consider liking and subscribing. That helps so much. But otherwise, last time on The Expanse. We had Miller showing himself to Holden, and he's kind of like glitching back and forth between like Miller and the investigator Miller, and he leads him on I was gonna say a quest. He leads him to like the center of the planet to turn everything off. So Miller's plan is to connect to every protomolecule enabled device or whatever on the whole planet, like at the same time, and then he's gonna walk into the dead spot, the tool that was used to kill the protomolecule previously, and it's left over on this planet. So he thinks that if he connects to everything and then walks into that it'll kill everything at once, and then they can remove the protomolecule from the ship and everything will be Gucci, good to go. At the same time, Murtry is being a nefarious butthole. He activates his plan to kill all the belters. So initially his plan was to have like a two-pronged attack, a two-pronged attack kind of, where he sends the drop ship made into a bomb and blows up the barbacoa, so it kills all the belters that are in space and gets rid of their lithium ore or whatever the material was, and then in the ruins the RC troops would go and kill the belters down there. He gets part 1 of that ready to go and activated with the bomb ship, but then he gets interrupted partly where he's looking for Holden, and LV tells him where he is because, you know, she doesn't want to get shot. And so him and Wei go down to kind of stop Holden or confront him or do something. I don't know if they're even necessarily planning on killing him necessarily in that moment. They were just kind of like, all right, we have to make sure he is locked down and under control. Amos obviously not thrilled with it. He goes down to help Holden, and he gets shot a few times, which sucked. And then up in space, Alex shoots down the bomb ship, but it still throws a wrench in the works a little bit, and he has to use the railgun to kind of stabilize their thing and keep the ships going so they don't crash into orbit. So now, hopefully, based on where we left off with LV kind of dragging Miller into the dead spot, you know, hopefully everything turns off and the ships are able to kind of do their own thing again, and Murtry goes to jail. Wei's unfortunately dead. Amos gets healed, hopefully. I mean, I know he will, but, you know, we still can hope. I don't know if they'd change something in the show. And then everyone can live happily ever after. Yeah, as happily as they can. But who knows? We'll see what happens. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along with me, you screaming firehawks. Gotta stick together. The Expanse is a wonderful show, and I love you all. I'm so happy this show was saved from cancellation. It's just a brilliant show. Yeah, but before we jump into it, please consider liking and subscribing again. Helps so much. Let's see this season finale. Oh yeah, she's wow, that's a very interesting visual. And it all dies.
Doc!
She's fine, but going through that thing was not an enjoyable experience.
I'm gonna try the reactor again.
Yes, do that. Reactor online, baby, let's go. Yeah.
Yes!
That's gotta be so, like, thinking you're possibly gonna die and then it working. He's Gucci, he's fine. He's just taking a nap.
How bad is it?
His fingers are gone.
I'm a little messed up. Let's get you out of here.
Classic. I'm a little messed up. Yo, that was close. That was real close. That cable burnt up.
Show me flight pass for all ships in this vicinity and past Tremont.
Dang, that's a lot of ships for that area of space. Torturing some guy?
That was my favorite one.
Ripping his teeth out? You're not allowed to do that. It's against the law. It's like Geneva Convention stuff.
He was not supposed to do that.
Guess he's not the chain of command type.
Hey, you might.
You intend to let me go?
Put it back in.
At this point, everything is possible.
I told you where he was. I never said he'd still be there.
The ship Marco drew at Earth was using Martian technology. So why would Mars be helping a Belter terrorist?
I don't answer for my planet.
Then you should answer for yourself. Why were you helping him?
Money.
Unbelievable. A Martian Navy
Yep.
officer, mercenary, vicious.
Money can
How the mighty
influence a lot of things.
are an MCRN supply officer with access to the arsenal at Callisto. You were selling
Callisto.
those weapons, weren't you?
Well, properly applied, anything can be a weapon.
Callisto is a bad place. Believe Callisto is where it's where Philip steals the stealth paint from.
Pretty sure I haven't got
Shouldn't have left that there. He's gonna wait for that to drift back into his. Yep. Smart.
I'd happily mop the floor with the three of you again.
She'll jack you
And when the
up.
cops come to break it
Again.
all up, we can have a nice long conversation about all the rotten things we've done. Sound good? The security codes he's been supplying us with are high level, typically restricted to commanding officers only. They're way above his pay grade.
He's crooked. That's why Isai hired him.
He's being
Maybe he's an intelligence officer. How
he's
did he
being
know he's
played.
happening?
I asked Isai that. Isai knows what he's doing.
No, he wants this score so bad it's clouding his judgment. Think about it. Beltran waltzes in, helps us.
Are you gonna rat us out?
No.
Okay.
Stay.
Could feel the spaces between things. Something was there. A presence moving towards me.
She'll encounter that few books down the road.
That looks climbable.
You're gonna climb up that thing?
Like sky to me. Don't kill him while I'm gone. Oh, he has it coming. I know, but it's important to me. Promise.
Technically, he didn't say yes. He just nodded. You got some ropes and stuff attached to that? Yo. Dang, dude. That's crazy. That was all under that sand and dirt and stuff.
Marco took 2 rocks, 2 chunks of iron.
Yeah, which they're gonna
planning
yeet
an
at Earth.
slag asteroids. Maybe throw them.
At Earth.
Yes, throw them at Tycho and even Ceres. Revenge against Fred Johnson, Anderson Dawson, what they tried to do to him.
No.
All with the help of Mars.
They gonna yeet that crap at Earth and wreck. Oof.
The dream of Mars isn't dead. It's about to be writ large.
Don't do it!
Oh. Kill my dude. Now he's gonna want to kill his whole family. If he wanted to before, he just killed his friend. Do you wanna go to prison?
Taking him on the Rocinante.
We're gonna take you on to
Yes.
prison.
You're a prisoner. Thanks for clearing that up.
They're both looking at him like, you suck. Ugh. That's nasty.
I did all this to save my family, and now I'm never going to see them again.
I mean, you, as much as you are a terrorist, you didn't do it on purpose, necessarily.
I got the chance to remake myself, redeem myself. You see, I won't get that chance.
No. She won't. That's a tragedy. The way she got thrown out of the raw sea and into space. Despite your best efforts to save her. I want you to note that, Mark.
You scoundrel.
The villains are dead OPA extremists and murderous corporate security, defeated by the forces of good for the benefit of all.
She's not happy.
Seagal couldn't have a better narrative if she had written it himself.
Just wait until you win, and then put it out. And then it's like, haha, suck it. I'm still champion.
Arrest. Do a talk screen.
Someone die? Ooh. Oh, he ignored her.
What's up?
Nothing. Radio silence from here on out.
Is the girl?
Eastside, it's an ambush!
Do some more! Damn it! There's no need for this!
Who planned this? Dang, she's taking out a lot of people right now.
Stop!
Is that a bomb? Leave. Get out of there. Ooh. Dang, son. Oh, that's gonna vent. You don't want to crawl away from that. Who was that? I couldn't tell who that guy was. What if it was Philip? Dang. Was it?
There was stealth tech in those containers.
Yeah,
The
frick,
bouncers
that was
must have had
Philip.
help from someone high up enough in the food chain to get through restricted military space.
That had to be
Take it
Philip.
off planet.
Stealth tech.
Prison on Ceres.
Dang, that was the whole plan. Everything involving Bobby was just to get the stealth tech to paint the asteroids that they're gonna throw at Earth. Frick, that's insane.
It would be nice to get rid of the probe molecule for good.
I wonder if they'll actually get rid of it for good, or if they'll kind of change some things.
You were right about everything. You warned us. We're charging through the doors anyway.
Doors and corners, kid.
If we have any chance at surviving what comes next, it'll be because of you. Rest in peace, brother.
Aww.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm gonna test it out right now.
Amos, you scoundrel.
A long time ago, we made a bargain. I upheld my end. And now it's your turn. I need you to help me find someone. His name is Philip Inaros.
Her
He's
son.
my son. I have to find him before his father gets him killed.
He's already with his father. He stole that stealth tech for him. I wonder if it'll show the asteroids crash into space. Oh, maybe he's not
Expanse is killing
gonna
me.
use his hand for what I thought he was gonna use it for.
You all healed up?
Yeah. Tendons finally finished growing, and why do you care?
I don't want to beat the shit out of you if you're gimpy. You made me kill Wei. I liked Wei.
Is he gonna kill him?
Thank you.
You gave him an excuse.
I've been summoned to Luna.
Summoned?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Gall's transition team has asked me to meet them at Armstrong.
She goes to Luna. Gal gets straight clapped by some asteroids.
That would make me look ambitious. This chair is not a throne. We're not queens. The work we do here is critical. But it is not all that we are. One of us is wrong. I think it's you. But I hope it's me. Good luck. Our future is
Yep.
in your hands.
Would be in her hands. Till she gets straight flattened by a giant rock.
Man, I know we didn't leave on the best terms, but you're the only one I can trust to tell. There's something rotten on Mars, within the military, some kind of weapons trafficking with bouncers. I don't know how high up or what it's for, not yet, but it feels dangerous. Assuming your offer to work together is still open, I accept. I think we need each other.
Yeah, Bobby.
Your timing sucks.
It does. But I mean, Avasarala technically still has a job. Oh, maybe that's not the size of a van. That's a huge rock. It's a hefty thing that they are painting with stealth paint. Oh, that was sick. What a straight G. I got tries on go. Smart. They're gonna get this rock off. There's no way. Ashford, oof. Good shot, brother.
It's just you and me now, Marco.
There's more. Someone else is there. Fill up.
I'm not even going to try to convince him to spare your life.
Why would I waste the last few precious moments I have?
And execution dock.
Turns to face his fate.
Till he go to the execution block for to sail.
Marco's a scary dude, man.
Nigh to death, but I vow with my health. I'll go with wisdom away. When
They already got him out there. Frick. You are a real one, Ashford. In the books, you sucked butthole, but in the show, you were pretty dope. Gonna yeet itself around the sun, slingshot.
The others will never see them coming.
2 rocks. I believe just 2. Or did they get more? Yikes. Oh, way to end it. They don't show what happens, but you can guess. That'll be probably opening of season 5 is those the rocks hitting Earth. Whew. Okay. Frick. That was that almost like didn't feel like a season finale. Because I think along with the rest of this season, this episode and this season really kind of served as like a setting up or like a reset. I mean, almost like it almost kind of works perfectly because the first 3 seasons of this show that were on Sci-Fi was really just about like showing the world, creating conflict that's happening, and then Cibola burn and the 4th season here is kind of like taking what everyone thought was like what big conflict meant for this world that's been crafted and kind of like reshifting everyone's thought process around that. So, previously we thought that, through the first 3 seasons, we thought, the proto-molecule is the most dangerous thing that can happen. That's what's going on. And then the ring gates open and it's like, oh, dude, crazy. Like, even more stuff could happen. Like, there could be other alien civilizations going on. And we also realized something killed all these things. And I think that's what a lot of season 4 was, without kind of like necessarily outright telling you that. It a lot of it is hard to spot unless you've read further books. But there's so much throughout this season that just sets up future things. Like, this is almost like a new season 1 almost. Like, it's insane how much this season just set up future storylines, which is why I want the Expanse to get picked up for season 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and however long it goes. Season 5 was already picked up. I believe they already finished filming season 5, so they're just in like post-production stuff. But yeah, like, as the first 3 seasons is kind of like its own conflict, and the 4th season is almost like it's like an interlude in between 2 chapters of a story. So, chapter 1 was all this proto-molecule stuff, and then interlude is almost like an epilogue of the proto-molecule stuff mixed in with a prologue of the others in the future, and you know, the conflict of Marco and the Free Navy, and all that is bred from that, and you know, Winston Duarte and the other entity that is in between the molecules that just kind of exists and is killing everything. Yeah, I mean, this season, I think in terms of like pure quality, it's up there with the first 3 seasons. And you know, I'd say it's on par in terms of, you know, how much I enjoyed it, because it is very different, because you see things for what they are. I think a lot of people might have not fully understood what was happening and the things that were being set up. So I can understand how some other people who maybe haven't read the books weren't thrilled with this season, because there wasn't as much space fights, there wasn't as much like high stakes stuff going down. It was a very centralized conflict on this planet. On the surface, that's what it was, but it also just crazy setup stuff in the future. And it ends on a huge cliffhanger. Like, people are probably wondering, like, what's gonna happen? I can tell you what's gonna happen. Those rocks hit Earth. Gao's definitely gonna die. I was wondering how, because, you know, Avasarala has like the leadership position in later books. Like, she's in charge. And so I was like, when it showed that Gao won, I was like, what? Like, what is going on? And then she was like, oh, I'm being called to Luna. And then I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because Avasarala is on Luna when the rocks hit Earth, and I assume that means Gao is on Earth. So she's definitely dead. I think this kills like the first rock, along with, the first rock kills like 8 billion people, and then or maybe it's like 8 million people, and then the fallout from that essentially is like similar to what happened with Ganymede. Like, the fallout and the cascade of events that happens after that essentially just F's Earth. Like, everyone else is gonna die after that. And I think 2 of the rocks hit Earth, and the other ones are stopped. So I don't know how many they are. I don't remember how many they threw at them in the books and how many they're gonna throw at them here. It looked like a lot. It looked like 8 on the little dash thing. But he only took 2 of them from that little field, so I'm not sure. But yeah, they coated them with stealth paint, and they're just gonna chuck them at Earth. And yeah, what Marco said definitely rings true, of like, you know, the idea that Earth or Mars could be killed is like inconceivable. You know, when people think of Earth being killed, they don't think of someone else doing it. It's always the product of Earthlings and the things that we are doing that slowly kills Earth. But the idea that anyone else could just destroy Earth, for us and for the people in this show, it's like unthinkable. Like, the inner planets, Earth and Mars, are so untouchable to anyone other than themselves. Like, theoretically, they're the only ones that could get this done. And Marco's like, yeah, we've been thinking too small. Like, you thought this was an impossibility? It's gonna happen right now. And he's got Philip wrapped around his finger. I couldn't tell, was that Philip earlier in the Bobby scene when that bomb is activated? Because I know in the books, Philip himself goes to steal the stealth paint, and he gets in a conflict, but I don't know if I just wasn't like fully paying attention to that guy's face when it happened, but it could have been Philip. It kind of looked like him now that I think about it. But yeah, that's crazy that Bobby's whole storyline this season was essentially a setup for Philip stealing stealth paint. to destroy Earth. And it doesn't go, they don't throw it at Mars, because between the two inner planets, between Mars and Earth, like the one that is considered to be the inner planet is Earth. And there's, Martians helped make this happen. Like Winston Duarte has a whole subsection of the Martian military that he's like co-opted, and they yeet themselves through some ring gates while this whole conflict is going down. So, it's insane. Like, things are, like, if you thought things were heating up before, it was like a car shifting gears almost. Like for the first 3 seasons, the RPMs have been cranking and cranking and cranking, and it's about to redline, and then you gotta shift. RPMs go back down, season 4, and now it's just cranking back up. And it's gonna be insane, and I can't wait to see it. Last summer was when the trailer for season 4 came out, so theoretically, if they can get done with like post-production stuff fairly quickly, maybe like July, August is when they could maybe release a trailer for season 5. But maybe Corona has put a wrench in some work. But yeah, this was a really good season. I'm pumped for season 5. What else do I have to say? I don't know if, I can't remember in the books if Murtry is killed. I don't know if Amos kills him or not. I know he is definitely gonna beat the living crap out of him. He said thank you after that when he punched him. He's like, you gave me an excuse to just melt you. Amos is a little crazy. He's very upset that Wei had to die. He did not want to kill her, but Murtry put her in a position where that was the only option there. I like that Lucia was killed, where Holden was like, yeah, man, such a bummer that she got lost in space, right? I liked that. I liked that a lot, because, even though she technically is a terrorist, like, she didn't mean for those things to happen. Similar to Naomi. I couldn't remember the main character's name. Similar to Naomi, because she has some stuff in her past that she didn't mean to happen. So if Holden can forgive her and allow her to live her new life, I mean, he's kind of got to do the same for Lucia. So she's just going to chill on that planet. She might have to change her name officially. Yeah, they might have to do some work to kind of like shift some identity stuff around to make that, perfect again. But I'm glad that she gets to live her life with a new adopted son whose parents died in the storm. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was a good season. I really enjoyed it. Let me know down below what you thought of this season, of this episode. What do you think is going to happen next season? Let me know all your thoughts. But other than that, I've been Derek. This has been season 4 of The Expanse, and I'll catch you guys next season. Peace.